She's a striking beauty, she's bold, and has a daredevil attitude. Pakistan's most controversial export. Our guest today is Veena Malik. The controversial diva from Pakistan. You're bold, you're beautiful, and you're a handful. But people just can't get enough of you. Welcome to our show, Veena Malik.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
So, Veena, did you always have this hunger for the limelight?
Hunger? I don't know. If you ask this question to any other human being or whatever, I think attention is something everybody needs. But the place where I am today, it's not that it was hunger to be noticed or something. It was just that I just wanted to be myself. I just wanted to follow my dreams. And I just wanted to do what I like to do. And that's all up to you, whatever you want to call it.
You grew up in a large family. You had 6 sisters, 1 brother. Tell us a little about your childhood.
Childhood, I was not like any other normal kid. You know, because I was just 3 months old when my grandma took me away. So most of my life I was just away from my parents. So I used to get back with them on and off, but it was not a normal kind of a relationship with my other siblings. So maybe that is one of the reasons that all other siblings are like very different from me, the way what I am today, because my grandma brought me up. So my relationship was not really normal with the other siblings, where I used to go and meet them but for a few days, and then I used to get back with my grandma. So this was how it is. But altogether, when I was in my 7th standard, I moved back with my parents. That was pretty like, got some time to be with my sisters and brother. So that was the first time when actually the bonding among sisters and my brother, which became really strong.
So did you feel some kind of rejection? Like, you know, when a child is very vulnerable. When you're 6 years old, 7 years old, you feel, okay, my parents, why am I with my grandmother? Why am I not with my parents?
That's very natural, and it happens. I mean, if a kid who's like away and who's got a large family, like 5 sisters and a brother, and they live with the parents, and one kid who lives with the grandmother, it was pretty obvious that, yes, I mean, when I was a kid, all my cousins and friends, they used to go, why don't you live with your other sisters and brother? Are you the step? And I was like, I mean, like any other kid, yes, I used to feel very bad about it. I used to be like very angry at times, and it was a kind of emotional trauma which I've been through.
But then your parents didn't want to take you back? Because they only took you back after your grandmother died.
Yeah, because a couple of times, like, I was a kid and I used to be very angry with my mom and dad. So a couple of times my mom was like, we really want you to get back with us. Why don't you come and join us and be with us? And I was like, no, I don't want to be with you. But when I grew up and all, then I shared the whole thing with my mom, that I used to be very angry. But then it's all right. I mean, in Pakistan and India, most of the kids, this is how they live. Sometimes the grandma took them away, sometimes, you know, auntie or uncles, took you away. So this is what normally happens. But I think that's pretty unfair with the kids.
But Veena, you were very rebellious. Out of all the siblings, compared to the siblings, your 2 sisters got married at 14. And
I don't know, if you want to do something, if you stand up for your rights and you call it rebel or rebellion, then okay, I am.
But there's nothing wrong with it. You had a mind of your own.
I don't know, because see, my other 2 sisters, the elder sisters, they got married at the age of 14.
That's
but
so
recently,
young.
yeah, but they were pretty okay with that, because both my sisters, I still remember when they got married and I was a kid. So they had no objection and they had no issues with that. They were pretty okay with getting married at the age of 14. Recently, my youngest sister got married and she's just 16. But I asked her, are you happy getting married? And she was like, yeah, I'm okay, I want to get married. So probably this is how 99.9% of Pakistani women, maybe, if I'm not wrong, this is how it is in Pakistan. But I was the one child who stood up and I was like, my dad go, I was in my probably 8th, 9th standard when my dad was like, I want you to get married now because it's your turn, you're the 3rd child. And I was like, I stood up, that was the first time, and I was like, no, I don't think so that I want to get married. I think I'm really not ready to get married. And at that point of time, my father was like, okay, if you don't want to get married, you want to continue your studies and all. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get married.
So he was okay with it?
Not really okay. Of course, he was like, they kept on, he wanted me to, get married, and then it was like, why don't you get married? What are the issues and all? But I made it very, very clear that I don't want to get married. That was not easy, it was tough, but okay.
Your family was somewhat conservative. Your father was in the army. How did they react when you first told them that you want to enter the film industry?
See, my relationship with my dad has been like very, very strong. Though it was like unlike for any child in the house, like especially a girl, to stand up and say that I don't want to get married, I want to get into the show business and all. But my father was like, he was not that conservative, I would say, that he was just a bit apprehensive, because I was a very promising kid in the school, and he was like, why don't you get into any other field like engineering, lawyer, because I wanted to become a lawyer initially.
You would have made a really good lawyer. I've seen you argue your cases, by the way.
Fighting my case. So my father was a bit apprehensive in the beginning, but then later on I made him realize and I made him believe that, look, that is something which I want to do, and I think I'm going to make it. And I think without my family's support, I would have never been able to make it. And I've made it only because my family was there by my side, my brother, my sisters, my mom and dad.
When did you first realize that your beauty is a vital asset?
I think when I was probably 13 or 14.
What happened?
It's not that, I believe in that I'm really beautiful. But I don't know.
Some of the confidence does come. A girl feels confident when she feels beautiful.
Any girl out there, any girl out there should believe in herself that, okay, she's pretty, she's beautiful, and she's confident. I think at the age of 13 or probably 14, when I was in my school and all, so there was a kind of co-education. There was boys out there and girls also. So, like, it happened various times where people, they tell me, oh, you're very attractive, and I was like, really? So for the first time, probably I would...
Are you the prettiest amongst the sisters?
No, I'm not. I'm really, really not, because my other sister's really, really pretty. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
But at 13, you knew?
I knew it. I knew it from the very beginning that, I don't know, I might not be the prettiest girl, but okay, there is something
There's
about
something
me.
there.
I don't know. The boys and they kept telling me that there's something very, very special about you. I don't know. Maybe being a girl.
Now, you had a long relationship with film star Babrik.
Yeah, a couple of years.
How did that relationship start?
His debut was with Ajab Gul's movie, Kyun Tumse Itna Pyar Hai, and I was the lead heroine of the movie. So this is how, while working together, we developed that kind of chemistry and all. There was some attraction from the very beginning, which I have noticed, he noticed. So this is how it started.
But I'm sure everybody had an attraction to you, Veena. I don't think it was just
But
Babrik.
for me, that's very important to feel that, okay, I am attracted to
him. Okay.
It's not about the guy out there, it's about me also. So it was like, it was like both.
But Veena, when one sees your interviews or reads your interviews or meets you, you are very open, you are very honest, you are very out there, you're very bold. Have you always been like this, even as a child?
I don't know, maybe about speaking about like your heart out, or speaking about your relationships, speaking about the love and all.
You speak your mind.
If you call it bold, I would say that every girl should be. I think you should talk about your beautiful experiences in life as far as you talk about the bad experiences in life. So when I was a kid, I used to share things with my grandma about my school and everything, what's going on. So when I then grew up, I used to share everything with my mother. That, Mom, there's this boy, and I think there's something between us. And all. So I think it's good to be honest about things rather than, I don't know, that's what I believe in. Yeah.
So you and Babrik were going to get married.
Yeah, we were.
What happened?
We didn't get married.
We know that. But why did you break up? You guys were so cute together.
Oh, that's okay. But at the end of the day, like any other girl, I would definitely won't take it if a guy is cheating on me or something. The first and foremost thing for a girl would be like loyalty for a guy. So it wasn't there, and we call it off. I call it off.
Do you think that you lack good judgment in men when it comes to matters of the heart?
But that's okay with me, because in life, yes, I trust people, and I'm very easy in that way because, you know, if I find you really nice, I won't think about things about I should trust this girl, I shouldn't trust this guy, or, you know, there must be some hidden agendas or something. Just go with the flow. So, see, it was not like that.
So you're not suspicious?
I am really not. I don't judge people. Initially, something happened. It was so natural. It was so beautiful. We both were so into it, and we both were so involved in all. It's just that things didn't work, and that's okay.
Veena, we're going to go for a break and come back to you shortly. See you in a bit.